Hey guys, this is the Roaming Reviver here, back to do another video. Today's video is going to be on Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess, review discussion video. Like my other reviews, I'm not going to do a rating. I'll just give my thoughts on it and say whether I liked it or not. Okay, where do I start? Okay, I guess I'll start with the music because that was pretty central to the movie. It was really well placed, and I don't know, it's just really enjoyable. I really like the music that they chose. Um, I'm not usually a big soundtrack person, but I mean, the 70s and 80s music they chose was just really entertaining, and yeah, it just really fit in the movie, especially especially at and spoil this is a spoiler review. I'll put that in the title just so you guys don't freak out over spoilers. Especially at the end when Chris Pratt playing Star Lord did the dance off with Ronan. That was pretty entertaining. Um, so yeah, the music gives it a. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. It was really good. Um, and also just the soundtrack created. I don't know the composer's name, but just the soundtrack for the movie was just really good. Um, okay, second portion, the characters. As far as the heroes of this movie, they were all really entertaining, funny, and they also each had their own emotional moment that connected them to each other and to the viewers, at least in my opinion. Um, like the moment when Rocket was drunk and he started spilling his guts to everyone. Um, that was a pretty emotional scene. Also, like just the humor. Like Chris Pratt playing Star Lord, he was humorous as hell. Like in almost every scene, I would say he stole. Well, I don't know. I'd say most of the Guardians had their own scene that they stole, whether it was through humor or emotion, like Groot. Uh, he really stole the scenes a lot of times. I didn't expect that, especially when We Are Groot at near the end of the movie. Pretty. That was just pretty emotional. Even though he's a talking tree that only says like 3 lines, well, 5 lines counting, or 5 words counting. We are. Um, as far as the villains go, we saw like a couple instances of Thanos. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Thanos. That was he looked good. I see some people complaining about him, but I don't know. He looked fine. I mean, his skin color could have been better, but his voice was great. Josh Brolin did really well as Thanos. I can't wait to see more of him, whether he comes back in another Guardians of the Galaxy movie or Avengers or who knows. Maybe I don't know what other movie he could appear in, unless if yeah. Um, let's see. There's Ronan. He was okay. He wasn't really like fleshed out, but I mean, this movie was mostly focusing on the heroes, so it's sort of understandable that they decided to flesh out the heroes more, especially since this was their first movie. Um, then there was Nebula. Again, she wasn't fully fleshed out, but we did see that, like Gamora, she didn't like. She wasn't loyal to Thanos. She just needed a reason to, or a time to escape from his grasp, which she took advantage of, and I'm glad that she's still alive. I can't wait to see more of her. I'm assuming we'll see more of her in Guardians 2. Um, let's see where they're at. Well, I guess Yondu is like sort of like um, a hero, and he's like an anti-hero of sorts. Like he's. But anyways, speaking of Yondu, he was really great. He wasn't exactly Yondu that people know. He was more he was more of Michael Rooker playing a space pirate, um, because that's the role that was written for him. But he was great nonetheless, and I can't wait to see more of him. He was teased throughout the entire movie to be extremely strong, and with his whistle arrow power. Um, and then once we finally got to see what he could actually do, that was that was just I can't even describe. I was just like shocked. I had my mouth just hanging open, like just in utter shock of how just crazy powerful Yondu is. Um, I don't know. Then there's the Nova Corps. They were all right. They didn't have too big of a presence in the movie. They were just sort of there. They helped the Guardians at the end. That was pretty nice. I don't know. They were just mostly there. Um, I don't know what else. Well, there's the after credit scenes. Groot dancing. I was wait after Groot quote unquote died. I was waiting for Groot to reappear, and he just kept not reappearing. And I was like, okay, I know Groot has to live. And then once I saw Rocket holding the planter, I was like, oh, okay, Groot's going to grow back from that little like just like thing. Um, and I and I knew that because when I read the comics of Guardians of the Galaxy, um, like the 2008 run anyways, Groot started out in a planter and he was a small tree, so I'm like, oh, okay, so he obviously grows from that. And yeah, so we got that little dance scene. Groot at then after the or right before the credits started rolling, which was pretty funny, and Groot was cute. Yeah, and I can't wait to see more of Groot in Guardians 2. Hopefully, he doesn't stay small for too long. Um, then there's Howard the Duck at the end, and Cosmo, of course. But Cosmo was also in the movie before. Uh, and I found it funny. Some people I hear really like it. Some other people don't even get it because they don't know Howard the Duck. Um, I don't think that Howard the Duck is going to really get a movie or make another real appearance. I just think it was sort of just a fun Easter egg. Um, but I actually do expect, since Cosmo is now free, I do expect Cosmo to like at least do something in the next movie. Um, the collector, I'm assuming he'll just go to one of his other places where he collects stuff because I don't think at the end of Thor: The Dark World we saw the little after credit scene with the collector and Sif, and I don't think that was at Nowhere. I think that was at one of his other places where he keeps his collection. So I'm assuming that he'll make a return, and he still has other collections. Um, oh, and I believe it was announced that it was the Power Stone, that stone in the movies, that uh, that was inside the orb that was like the central plot device in the movie, besides the record player or the Walkman. Um, and yeah, let's see. Are there any other major characters that I'm forgetting? Um, there's, I mean, there was Nathan Fillion, but he was just an inmate. You guys probably didn't even recognize him. I didn't until I saw the credits. Um, I think that's about it on the cast. Just like each Guardian had their own moment to shine. They were all great. I can't wait to see more of them. Um, yeah, the movie overall was just really funny, great, had great emotional moments. It was just a really well put together film. I really like after seeing this movie twice now. I can't wait to see it again. I can't wait for the sequel they can just expand it into directions that we haven't seen. One thing I haven't talked about is the locations. The locations look vastly different, but they all look great in their own way. Like Nowhere, the prison, just Xandar. I mean, we've all seen Earth. Um, oh, and the way. Okay, this is off subject of the locations. The way how they connected the very beginning of the film to the end of the film, I really liked with Peter Quill's father, Peter Quill's mother reaching like out to grab for Peter to grab her hand, and I also like the symbolism that I don't know that if he didn't grab her hand, he'd be led to where she is right now, which is that she's dead. And so now that he's finally been able to reach out to his friends, which he now considers his family, they were all able to live, which I just liked. And I mean, it like the ending where they're all holding hands. It's truly showing that they're all family, friends, and it's like literally the epitome of family power, power, friendship, family power. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I just liked how it showed that they all came together and were able to defeat this enemy that they thought that they would all die against. So yeah, the film was really great. I give it a really high rating. I'm not going to give it a number rating, but yeah, it's one of my favorite Marvel movies in general. And when I say Marvel movies, I'm including like Fox and Sony movies. But yeah, it's just like one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time. I'm definitely seeing it one more time, if not two more times in theaters. Then I'm going to buy the Blu-ray. And yeah, it was just a really great movie. Tell me what you thought about the movie in the comment section below. What you thought they could improve on. What you thought was great about the movie. What you hope for in the sequel. And that's it. So just like this video, comment, subscribe if you agree or disagree, or just like this video in general, and I'll see you guys later.